John McGrath from the National Theatre of Wales. Now, here's something for you to ponder. If William Blake was alive today, would he be a rapper? According to Andy Brooks, aka Testament, the answer is yes. His fringe show, Blake Remixed, tells a highly personal story of his journey from schoolboy in Leeds to becoming a world record-holding beatboxer and rapper, and how Blake's poetry and mythology provided comfort at difficult points in his life. His first encounter with songs of innocence and experience came during an English lesson at school, which he usually found really boring. So why did Blake make an impact?
Tiger, tiger, burning mics. From the terrace and high-rise, what immortal tag or rhyme could play your freshest, sickest beat? There was a moment when it really translated, and I really realised what he was on about in terms of social justice, in terms of spirituality, and so being a visionary and seeing the world in a different way. And that really fired me up. And also, at the same time, was coming across some of the images as well, which are so potent and cosmic, and seeing this amazing mythology and light and vibrancy, even in the everyday. It was incredible.
Now, most people wouldn't kind of think Blake hip-hop, but, I mean, you clearly did. I mean, in your show makes the argument that had Blake been alive today, he might have had some sense of common purpose with that of hip-hop. But, I mean, can you explain why?
Well, yeah, I mean, when I was thinking about the show and creating it, I was thinking, you know, I just reinterpreted some sonnets into rap bars, and I dig Shakespeare, but, like, Blake is more me. I'm like, he talks about spirituality, he talks about social justice, he's an urban poet. You know, he's all about the city as well. And for me, well, the links to my favourite hip-hop artists and to what I do straight away is there. Yo, in every cry, in every man, in every infant's cry of fear, in every migrant from motherland, come to the fatherland empire here. Every day's a broken promise, cause tomorrow's job offer might disappear. In every voice, in every fan, mind forged manacles I hear. If he was in the 21st century, if he's really working class dude from the street, he wasn't like a posh boy like Lord Byron or Percy Shelley. He would be mixing in amongst the revolutionaries as he did in his day. Hip-hop is unique in being able to bring together different cultures in an art form. And that's what really excited me. And I just thought, why has no one done this?
So what gave you the idea of making a show about him?
Well, originally it wasn't going to be a show. I just started reinterpreting some of the songs of innocence and experience and some of his brilliant poems into raps and beats. And I just thought to myself, well, how are we going to get it out there? So let's take it into a theatre space and we'll just talk about Blake and talk about the links between the two, and then we'll just perform these Blake remixes. And I showed it to Baba Israel, who's one of the world's hip-hop innovators based in New York. And he said, no, Andy, look at these poems that you've done so far. These are just a narrative. Can you not see the narrative between these 5 poems that you've started on? And he said, this is a story.
And it's your story, isn't it?
It is very, very much my story. And parts of Blake's poetry and certain poems resonate really strongly with certain things that have happened to me in my life. And it just seemed bringing the two things together and telling the story and the struggles and the ups and the downs and those moments in life where you realise life can be beautiful and the world can be a colourful and an exciting place to be.
So let's talk about putting the show together, because it's not just about words, it's not a monologue, it's a multimedia show, isn't it? I mean, just tell us what we see on stage.
Well, we've worked with twice world scratch champion DJ Woody, who's been pioneering into scratching video and visuals and film. So when he moves the record, he's moving the film, the characters in the film, which is incredible. And the projections are designed by Dave Lynch, not that one, but the pioneering British projectionist. And I've got 4 people who really have got Blakean elements, rappers and beatboxers, to play these 4 characters from Blake's mythology. And pretty much all of Blake's work, Songs of Innocence, Experience, Marriage of Heaven and Hell, you can find the resonances of these characters in everything he does. Most clearly in his prophetic books, which are really dense towards the end of his career. But these 4 characters are Orc, representing youthful rebellion, Los, representing imagination and creativity, Urizen, representing reason, thinking and the system, and also Tharmas, which can represent fatherhood and compassion. And in a very basic way, these are different aspects of us all. And in Blake's work, when they're fragmented, society doesn't work and we don't work. But when they come together and they balance with each other, then great things happen. And, you know, humanity is restored in Blake's work, and in my show, things start to come together a little bit. We have these really interactive projections which are all manipulated live, and it's not been done in theatre. So it's really exciting. It's like the city isn't listening. We're waiting for Jerusalem to return.
Blake Remixed is at the Underbelly at the Edinburgh Festival until the 29th of August. It then goes on tour to Oxford, Liverpool, Newcastle, many more places. Details on our website. That's all for this evening, but if you missed our live show from Edinburgh this morning, you can catch it again at 9:30 this evening. Tomorrow, we have got the Canadian theatre director and producer Robert Lepage on his solo show 887 and pianist James Rhodes. John will be here in Edinburgh at 7:15.